Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gear Studios. Things are changing up around here. Derek and I will be endeavoring to get together for another video update soon, but rest assured, we're all still status quo for the time being. As always, we thank our donators over on Ko-fi for sticking with us during the break and beyond, such as Alec, KJ, Noops, D-Devil1193, TJ, and Taylor. And if you want to help support the show, offer up sanity to investigators, etc., please check out our Ko-fi page for more. Currently, the community is working to help get us some of the parts that we need to start adding video to our podcasts. We thank you all for your support so far. Otherwise, please take a look at our merch shop over on twistedgearstudios.com. But for now...
Last we left our investigators, Amos narrowly escaped a dangerous run-in with Albert Gall, while the remaining of the investigators are separated. Marion and Agatha at the mask and robe shop, and Althea, Skeet, and Simon in the theater in the basement of the mansion.
Well, last game was quite an interesting
Get fucked.
Fight in an alleyway
Get
with
fucked.
Paul and Amos.
I feel like Amos, my innards are all turning and trying to crawl out of my ass.
I'm imagining Amos like sitting there for a while with his cigarette to be his speech like, oh god, what happened? And then an actual homeless person comes and sits next to you and is like, yo, can I have one? And just,
Dude,
like,
if a random
joins you
homeless
for a
person
while.
comes up and sits next to me, I'm just freely offering him one and be like,
Yep.
just sit and chill. I need a break. God damn.
Okay. So I'm not going to stay with Amos. We spent the whole last
No, that's
episode
fine.
with Amos.
Please, fuck off.
So we're going to move on. Yeah. Tension. I'm actually going to start off this episode with Althea.
Yes.
Let's take care of all the crazy stuff first.
Okay.
So Althea, from 2 episodes ago, you went down to the theater beneath the mansion on the hill. Anyone who listened to that episode will know basically what happened. So at the moment, you're standing on the stage. You see Simon standing, just had stepped on the stage from the left-hand side.
Left or stage left? I'll stop.
Left,
Sorry.
stage right. Right? Right.
Facing the audience.
And he's sort of, his eyes are like clouded over, and his hands are down. And right next to you is Skeet, which you have just noticed, with his hands slack as well, with his eyes sort of clouded over, just standing up, seemingly devoid of anything, just standing there. Last time you mentioned you were going to make a run for it across to jump off the stage to head up to the entranceway.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I'm going to have you I'm going to call for a sanity roll, which is what I should have did immediately as it happened, but we'll do it now.
Checks
then
out.
you can do what you'd like.
Okay. No, that is a 93 out of 66.
93 out of 66.
Yes.
Could you roll
Hey,
me
a fumble.
a d6?
That is a 1.
Only one sanity lost.
Thankfully, it's only 1.
Yeah.
But it's still sanity.
You take a sanity loss because of everything that's happened. And plus, you can feel your leg, your thigh is really warm from what you recall as the coin that Mr. Blackhead's given you is heating up. And the last time you were down here and you looked at it, you've been on the stage longer than last time. It was almost getting to the point where it was burning off.
Yeah.
The slanted star
Yes, right.
on it.
Okay.
You take 1 sanity. You also notice, like I said, behind the stage, there seems to be stairs going down, and there's more back there,
Yeah.
like hallways and stuff like that. And you had seen movement there before. You see movement again, but it's still shadowy in there.
Okay.
Now, did you still want to run and jump on the stage? Now you can
Yes.
do what you would like.
Yes, I do.
My bookkeeping is done.
Yes. Yes, I am.
You just leaving the other me to die after I went through all that?
Come on now. Amos is fighting for his life in an alleyway.
Yes, I am. That's what I want to
You son of a
Okay,
bitch.
so you run and you just jump off the front of the stage. Sorry, I keep taking your sheet,
That's okay.
Agatha. It's just going to be a dexterity roll.
do. Okay.
Don't forget, it's like a 6-7 foot drop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just want to make sure you land okay.
That's why they
Snap
don't
your
usually-
shin. Good luck.
Break a leg, even.
Oh my god, I quit. I'm so fucking done.
I should.
I love the theater.
I should,
people.
just
The looks
for
I'm
that.
getting from them right now.
You made it.
29 out of 40.
Okay, you're good. Damn.
Dexterity?
Oh, dexterity is 65, so 29 is 65. Sorry.
Wow.
I
Damn.
looked
Yeah,
at my...
so it's a hard success.
Yes.
Yeah, so you jump and you land. You don't land perfectly. You are going to take one, I call it bruise damage. Like it'll go away with regular. It's not like getting shot or hit with shears.
Okay.
But you take 1 damage.
Fuck.
Just you feel it in your left leg. You almost broke a leg, I guess. We'll go that way.
Oh, Christ.
And then you're going to continue up to the doors.
Yeah, I'm going to
Go right up to
run full
Now,
tilt
when
to
you
the
ran
door.
and jumped off the stage, the curtain was across.
Yeah.
So you ran through the middle. There's an opening.
Yeah.
Pushed through,
Yeah.
jumped off. You run up to the door. What would you like to do when you get to the door?
Close it. Like from the
which side?
inside.
From the inside.
I'm inside the theater and I'm closing the door.
Okay. You reach forward and you close the door, so you are in the theater. In the theater.
Yeah. So basically what Althea is thinking right now is that this was the worst fucking idea she's ever had.
Yeah, no shit.
And she's
Debatable.
had some pretty bad ideas, like that one time she threw a machete at Amos.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That was pretty up there.
You were almost all paced.
And
Except Marion. #
Yeah.
Team Marion.
and
Run fast.
while she does, love herself, whatever is happening right now, cannot leave the theater. So if
Oh,
that
wow.
means that I stand between it and it escaping or whatever the heck is happening right now, then that's what it is.
Okay. And as you stand, you turn and you lean your back against the door you just closed.
Yeah.
You hear music,
Oh.
but it's almost disjointed.
Ah.
Like it's a melody that is indescribable and it's disturbing. It's just hitting all the wrong notes,
Yeah.
but it still flows together seamlessly. As you hear the sound of sort of slight grinding on rails as the curtain starts opening.
Okay.
Okay, and as the curtain starts opening, you see Skeet and Simon
Yeah.
still stand. Well, you see Skeet because
Yeah.
he was sort of central. You don't see Simon yet.
Yeah.
Still standing there, but you see a figure walking by Skeet, and once more, I need you to roll me a sanity check.
Oh no.
Did
Okay.
you just give the play people?
Not on purpose?
You sick-story son of a bitch!
27 out of 65 now.
Okay, fair enough. So first off, what you see is a figure. Seems to be walking up from the stairs, walking onto the stage, just past Skeet.
Yep.
Are you missing a coat?
No. Seems to have almost like, it's not robes, but like hide, like sort of furs draped over the shoulder, like a cape, like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Nordic.
He looks like Jon Snow.
Cape. It seems he's. At first, you thought it was part of his head, but he seems to, and which is why the sanity check was called for.
Yeah.
There's antlers
Oh god.
coming off the head, but you realize, making the sanity check, that it's a head piece.
Okay.
Like it's not part of
Yeah.
the head. It seems to be an older gentleman, probably in his 60s,
Okay.
late 60s, perchance, and he's sort of just walking out, and he has like war paint. It looks to be on his face. Can you roll me a percentage? I know you're not trained in what I'm getting you to roll, so it would be at 1%. Just, you never know.
51.
You rolled a 1. I mean, there's a 1 in 10 chance you were going to get that 1%.
Yeah.
But seems to be paint on his face. The eyes are a weird yellowish color, like
Okay.
a light
Oh.
yellowish color. And it's got this weird lopsided, it's not really a smile. as much as the teeth are showing, but it's not being like intimidating with it either.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It's just sort of.
The teeth are showing.
But it's not a smile.
Yeah.
As he just walks out to the stage. And says, one second here. Just puts his arms up. And is like, and the voice is, you don't really place the voice. And goes, ugh. Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Oh, I always liked that one.
Stop right there.
It's just sort of, it seems like for the first time, notices you. Like actually focuses on you. And the eyes sort of widen a little bit, and then you see it turn into a grin. Ah. What brings you here, my dear?
Okay. First question. How is my leg feeling right now?
Oh, okay. Your leg seems to be fine. It was a little bit of bruise damage, twisted a bit, but it didn't stop.
The heat, like the burning.
The heat? Oh, yeah, it immediately goes away.
Okay.
As soon as you left the stage, it stopped.
Okay.
It stopped burning.
All right, so that gives me a little more confidence right now.
Quick. What are you saying?
Okay, I'm going to say, I'm here because this is my house and my fucking theater. And you are not welcome.
Roll me a persuade roll.
Oh, damn!
That ain't gonna go well.
Or intimidate. Persuade or intimidate.
Yeah.
Right.
My persuade
You're
is
not
10.
being charming.
My intimidate is 15. So we'll go with intimidate.
Yeah, because it seems like an intimidating thing to say.
Yep.
74.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I'm calling for more of these social skills: persuade, fast talk, charm, intimidate, because I feel it was I wasn't using them enough.
So we feel like we have to actually use
Now-
them? Damn.
But now,
Althea's
I'm
not
not saying that there's a major, what you said isn't getting across with a failed roll. It's just,
He's not intimidated by it.
he's not intimidated by it, but you're still, it's not like instead you were like, this is my house, please leave. You know? That's the voice I should have given Gall.
oh my god.
Lacking her. So you say it and you're angry.
Yes.
I can feel that in your voice.
Yes.
You're angry. And he's just sort of grinning. This older gentleman is just sort of grinning at you. And he sort of just raises his arms across and sort of lifts his hands up, so it's sort of like a W. You know what I mean? Sort of up, over. And you can see the backdrop with the stones and that yellow, different flavored backdrop. You've done this to yourself, but Sandy, check.
Damn it.
Because something...
You've done this to yourself.
I did.
There's a lot
Technically.
of things. There's a lot of things happening.
Uh-oh. 75 out of 65.
I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay. 1.
One more sanity.
my god.
Just so everybody realizes, if you lose 5 sanity
Yep.
in any one situation, you have a temporary mental break.
Yeah.
That's been 2 so far, and each time was 1.
I gotta ask, has anyone besides Agatha actually had...
Everyone has.
Has had a battle
Oh,
man.
yeah, we
Because
have. Yeah, we have.
in the haunted house,
Yeah.
Yes,
the scenario of the
Yeah.
haunted
Yeah, I
house, my version of it,
Yeah.
everyone had a mental break.
Yeah.
Oh, what, was that scary or something?
Eh.
I don't know if I just was scary.
So you managed to be like, oh yeah, well, this is par for the course. I'm a good year. But what happens is that backdrop, you sort of squint your eyes and it looks like the whole stage is covered in sand. And the backdrop seems to be a desert that goes on for forever. And there's stones around, and off in the distance you can see 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone just off in the distance that used to be a statue there. And it's just desert all around. Now here's the thing. Skeet and Simon are still there.
Yep.
They haven't moved. They're not in costume.
Yeah.
They're still standing where they were.
Yep.
You also feel like heat and sun suddenly warm and this like light shining across your face.
I've been in the desert, I know.
And he says, and the elderly gentleman, so, this is a wasteland of your people's doing. This is your future. Nothing but grains of sand. And he's just looking at you as all you can think of is profanities, and he continues.
True.
Let me know when
You're
I'm
the
allowed
worst.
to interject with something other than profanity.
The ritual must be completed. Go ahead. Do you have anything constructive to say?
Yeah. I'm gonna,
Sorry.
At this point, I'm gonna start actually walking towards the stage and be like, yeah, not while I'm in this house. Not while I'm in this house do you get to do anything. At all. Anything. You buried yourself down here hiding yourself from me? Fucking coward. How about you come down here instead?
Intimidation roll.
That's not gonna work.
It might.
Get him! Get him!
67, I'm getting closer.
You're getting closer.
Inching
You're
your way
getting
down.
closer as you pretty much full on Althea anger.
Yes.
Just stepping up, bringing all of her force of credit rating at bear.
Basically.
Right? I'm important. I'm rich.
Trying to bring my willpower into it.
I'm not going to let
It's
you.
not gonna happen.
No.
No.
The figure looks... Psychology roll.
Oh, that ain't gonna work either.
That's a
might.
weird, that's a weird way to look.
Yeah.
I know,
psychology
but
roll.
she's never really cared about what other people have been
Well,
thinking.
no, I mean, the figure looks psychology roll. It's
44 out of 10.
You keep getting closer.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The figure looks sort of like lowers the arms slightly.
Please don't shoot a lightning bolt at me.
Shoot a lightning
I don't
bolt.
know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Ultimate power.
This
Do it.
is your doing. You can't stop what you've started.
Yeah, I can.
As-
The worst players. Yeah. Fucking agrees.
no, I can't. Willpower roll.
This will be the one that I really failed this time.
Or you're gonna succeed because it's to make you stop talking. That'd be hilarious.
49 out of 80.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that anger is still sort of...
Okay. And during this time, I'm still walking towards the stage as well.
As you continue walking toward the stage, another psychology roll. I'm calling for a lot of rolls, but another psychology roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there.
24 out of 10.
Damn.
Getting closer.
Okay.
Burn 14 left.
As you're walking in, this anger is just bright in you. Like you're just... It sort of looks at you and its eyes slightly change. I don't mean color, but just the expression on the face changes, but you can't really read the emotion that it's trying to relay. And the figure says, you keep that anger, you'll burn yourself alive. And you feel so hot because of your anger, for the emotion you're showing. And you can see, you look at your arms and it's starting to blacken in spots. As you feel, and you're not sure how, you're about to burst into flames.
That's not new.
Been there, done
And
that.
you
I don't
kn-
like
You
it.
know how that feels
Yeah.
because of the
Okay.
this
Okay.
servant's quarters monster.
All right. Okay. As much
Staff.
as I just want to go up and throat punch this guy, I am going to try to calm myself.
Willpower roll. Let's see how well you're good at this.
Double zero. 67 out of 80.
Okay, fair enough. Play into your strengths. I need you to make a spot hidden roll as well at this point.
Of course. We haven't had one of those.
Oh
in this
god, my
episode
spot
yet.
hidden is way too high.
That's why we're rolling it.
33 out of 72.
33 out of 72. As you are sort of trying to calm yourself, and you sort of are not looking at this figure that's standing in the center stage, you notice Simon move. And as you look, you notice his head is turned slightly toward you, and his eyes are no longer clouded, and he winks at you. And he seems to slowly, because he's the figure's up in front, he's slowly like walking towards Skeet.
Okay.
He seems to be. And he's slowly. So he needs to make a stealth roll.
Oh God.
Versus this figure's.
Oh, God.
Listen.
Oh God.
So his
But
stealth.
if he doesn't know what's happening, would it be like a penalty die lesson?
This is just. I'm doing my thing.
I'm just. Fuck. I tried.
Need to
I
be
tried.
distracted.
He does not appear to have been noticed as he moves, and at this
I
point,
don't like
I'm
that
gonna
word
say
appeared.
He gets to Skeet.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say. So now maybe your role might change. Let's see how you react to all this.
Okay.
As he's looking at you as you're sort of trying, you're successfully, and you can feel that your skin isn't burning up as it was. You sort of felt like the coin in your mind.
Okay.
Where the coin was burning up, so the symbol was going to burn off. But what would have burnt off of you, you're not entirely sure.
Well, I at least assume that my skin. Okay. All right. So yes, I'm going to change up tactics at the moment.
Oh, you're going to move away from,
No, I'm not going to move away.
No,
I'm not
I
going to
mean,
go. But I'm not going to go up on the stage. But I want him to focus on me while Simon does whatever Simon is currently doing.
Okay, so how do you want to grab this figure's attention?
So he's like front center stage
Yeah, he's up
or down stage.
He's maybe around 5 feet from the edge of the stage. It's
Downstage center. Yeah.
downstage center, apparently.
Okay. I'm going to move so that I'm still a little bit of a distance, like away from the stage, but I want to be like in his field of vision, as if he was like looking straight out at
So
the
you're
audience.
walking toward him.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so let's say you're around 15 feet up the aisle.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At this point,
Yep.
would you like
Okay.
to say something?
Yes. I'd be like, what am I gonna say?
It's not funny.
You say you hold so much power, or think you do, and yet here
The
you
figure chuckles
And
as
yet-
you get interrupted.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Karma.
Go ahead.
And yet here you are, hiding in a dark hole. Why not come up to the surface? You who have so much power.
And the figure replies. And it seems to be taken aback a little bit. Just like, huh.
What?
You act as if I have a choice. I'm not the one who started this. Do you even know who I am?
No, why don't you tell me?
Oh, that's a
this
mistake.
point-
Tell me your life story right now.
Oh, that's a mistake.
But at this point, you see Simon sort of grab Skeet by the upper shoulder
Yep.
and sort of slightly shake him. And you see Skeet's eyes stop being clouded over.
Okay.
And you see Simon look back at you. And you haven't really seen this on his face. He looks afraid.
Okay.
Like, Then you see him take Skeet and slowly start walking back to the left, stage right, that door
Yep.
where you came up on stage. He's taking him off stage.
Okay.
And at this point, they just go out of view
Okay, that's fine.
on the left-hand side, and it doesn't appear to be noticed.
Nothing about this is fine.
Okay.
You need to finish this. I am Kier Nunas. Could you roll me? Let us say an archaeology roll, potentially. A history roll.
I have occult as well.
A cult roll would do it.
Okay. Which one did I... That's actually my highest of those three.
It's up to you.
Okay. History. Yeah, that's my highest of the three. No. 70 out of 32 for occult.
40 luck?
It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it. Okay? And the figure continues. You need to finish this. He must be saved.
Who must be saved?
He just shakes his head. How to explain? And as you're looking, because the doorway is open, stage right, the left door from your perspective, the door is open. You see Simon and Skeet heading down deeper, down into the catacombs. And Simon looks back, catches your eye, and does this motion. And they go around a corner. What would you like to do?
Well, okay, so my choices right now are 1, try to run out of the theater and leave the two of them in the catacombs. Not optional. Not really, preferable. 2, stay here with Antler Man and listen to his life story and die from boredom. I'm just kidding.
Or just die.
Or just die. Or 3, go into the catacombs where I have some trauma and PTSD from. But not by myself this time. Potentially.
Quick. What are you doing?
I
stay or
am
should I go
going
now?
to kind of like casually... Okay, I'm going to try following Simon's instruction. Why did I do this? Oh, right, because I'm Althea. I'm going to try... but I'm going to start casually walking towards that side of the stage where I would need to go. And I'm just going to be like... Well, I mean... You don't really have to fully explain. You just have to tell me who he is that needs to be saved and why I need to finish this. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be slowly kind of like making my way over.
Spot hidden check.
Oh, Lord. 56 out of 72.
In the backdrop, with the desert and the sands going off, you see movement. You see a figure far in the distance in the desert.
Okay, I'm going to run now.
And let me finish.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not getting. I'm just saying that.
Yep.
As a keeper, I'll describe it, and then I'll go to you. Okay. You see a figure in the backdrop of the desert, just sort of like a black outline, slightly hunched over. Seems to be having one hand leaning against one of the legs of stone of the statue off in the distance. And Kirnunas seems to look at you and is like, you know of whom I speak. And at this point, you said you were going to run for it.
Yes, full tilt.
And you run on down into the sewer. Right? Into the catacomb section. It goes around the corner where there's going to be the gate. But as you come around the corner, I'm going to move off to Marion and Agatha. I know it's the second game, and let's get this going. You had left the Boston Police Department.
Yep. Jesus.
Eh? You had left the Boston Police Department and did what you were supposed to.
Yep.
Hopped into a cab.
Yep.
To meet up with everyone at Chafe & Sons.
Yep.
Okay. And it takes around 35 minutes.
Oh, fucking Christ.
35 minutes for you to get to the area. Do you want the cab to drop you off right in front, just before, nearby? What was the plan?
Just up the block, I think.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, so just one block up.
Yeah.
You pay the cabbie.
Yeah.
And you... What's to laugh about, Agatha?
I'm just saying I'm going to feel really, really guilty because I know what I did to a certain police officer now after I hit him with a car a while back.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
get out of the car and start walking. And
Okay, so you hop on out of the cab, you pay the cabbie, and you're just on the street, and just one block down, you can see the sign that just says Chafe & Sons. It says established, and normally there'd be a date, but it seems the date has worn off. So you can't really pick out what the numbers are.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah, that's right. I'm assuming are you heading toward Chafe? You do see no sign of Amos or Althea.
Well, we know we wouldn't see Amos yet, but figured Althea was... She didn't really tell us what she was doing other than
of course not.
getting cleaned up, so...
She was going to go straight to the house.
Yeah.
And then, as far as you knew, I believe, make a couple of calls.
Yeah.
And then head to Chafe and Sons to meet with you.
So as we're walking up, I'm just going to turn to Agatha and say, Althea was going to get here before us, wasn't she?
I mean, I was assuming that was what was going to happen.
Yeah. Are you okay, by the way?
No, I'm not doing fine. I feel... So what was the police officer's name again?
Which one?
So,
The
yeah.
one you
The one I
almost
picked,
killed?
yes.
Officer Ricky.
Ricky. I can't believe I've destroyed a man's life.
Remorseful, you forgot his name.
Get bent. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to say. I'm just going to I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned.
Here, and is there a bench nearby? That's like a...
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna pull her off to sit on the bench.
Fair
Let's
enough.
just take a minute. I don't really know what I can say. It's we do know that he's receiving the best of care, and apparently Althea will be paying all of his bills. So there's that. You can talk to her about maybe about what he needs. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say here other than at least you know that he's if he can make a full recovery, he's in the very best position to do so.
I'm probably going to just immediately stand up and just get right to the task of accomplishing what we want, because I'm just now determined. Because
Okay.
I need to finish. So I'm just going to stand up and be like, let's just get this done. Let's just go get this done.
Can we though?
Oh, yeah, we need to...
Do you recall what you were coming here for?
Yeah, we were going to talk about it, but Althea was going to have our richness was going to come in and influence, except she's not here.
Except she's going into the sewers.
Yeah.
We need to ask them about the robes and who ordered them, but I don't personally have a lot of sway in places like this. I've never been to a shop like this. I can say that I'm there on behalf of my employer, but no one in there is going to believe that either of us shop in a place like this.
Yeah, because it's a high-end place. Is there a phone? Is there like a telephone booth or something nearby? Something I can
Roll
use?
me a luck roll.
Of course. Oh, 17 out of 75.
There is a police booth
Okay.
up the street.
Right.
They are littered across the major areas.
Okay.
Other than that, you don't see any phone, like just phone in the street. There's a lot of businesses and stuff like that you could go into, like Chafe and Sons, and use their phone, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We could always go in and say that we're there for Althea, and if she happens to arrive while we're there, it just lends credence to our story.
I would like to see if we can phone her house to see if she's on her way. That would be
Let's
what I want to do.
go into Chafe and Sons then and ask them to use their phone.
Okay. All right, let's do that then.
Okay. So you enter into Chafe and Sons. Yeah. First thing you notice as you enter is that the place is very cluttered but organized. It's organized chaos. There's a lot of clothes in this place, hanging down from the ceiling, from the walls. It's like every available space, it has different clothes and shoes and everywhere, if you know what I mean. Like there's just a pile of stuff in here. It'd be almost impossible to find anything you're really looking for. unless you're asked. At the moment, you can see a couple of people sort of milling around looking at coats and stuff. You can see a bit further in the back, there's like a counter, and there's a lady who's behind the counter, and she seems to be reading a newspaper.
Okay.
Seems to be maybe early 40s. Sharp features. Very looks like she really taking care of herself. Looks nice. Her hair is done nice. Her makeup is done nice. Specifically, you know what I mean? And she seems to be behind the counter. Yeah.
I'm going to go up to her and say, "Excuse me."
Ah, yes. How may I help you?
We're assisting Althea Goodyear with a project. She's looking into following up on an order that an acquaintance of hers placed with you a while ago. We were supposed to meet her here, and she have you seen her? Has she arrived?
No, actually, I can't recall having seen Ms. Goodyear here at Chafe & Sons. Although she would be a wonderful client to have come through our store for sure. It seems that she knows who Goodyear is. Yeah. Anyone who is listening could hear me make a die roll, so she knows who Althea is.
Well,
and she seems,
She has only ever said positive things about your establishment. Certainly. Do you mind if we use your phone to? Do you mind if we use your phone just to see if she's on her way? We'll call her estate.
Oh, of course. You notice that she has a name tag on, and it just says Loretta.
Okay.
On the name tag. And she sort of motions you. She motions her hand out and sort of leads you toward off to the side near the changing rooms. There seems to be a small table set up with a chair on either side, and there is a phone there. You notice there isn't a phone at the counter, but there is a phone over there.
Okay.
She just motions you over. By all means, if Miss Goodyear will come in, that would be wonderful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Head on over.
Sure.
I'm going to peruse around the store while you give that a call.
Nice.
And see if I can recognize anything there. Or maybe even some of the customers that are there.
Okay.
Or if there's even a parcel area. Either for delivery or anything.
I'm going to have Agatha roll a spot hidden.
Okay.
Even though it's not hidden, I just want to make use of the skill because it'll make it higher, and that would be wonderful.
Damn it, 31 out of 66. So yes, it is actually...
But it taking that spot hidden.
A spot hidden is one of those. You want to succeed because you want to find the thing. But you don't want more. You don't want it to get any higher.
No.
But so basically, as you're sort of poking around the store and moving some clothes aside and stuff like that, near the back end of the store, you can see a doorway.
Okay.
That seems to go. You're not sure, maybe deeper into the store. I mean, you're not unless you're going through that doorway.
Okay.
But what the spot hidden has given you is, as you're poking around, like that's in the back right-hand corner from your perspective.
Okay.
But you notice in the back left-hand corner, as you're shuffling, you can see a pile of boxes of clothes piled up. You sort of just move one of the boxes to the side, and there seems to be like a dumbwaiter into the wall, and it looks fairly large. Like they bring up or down some clothes and other stuff this way. You're not sure how much in use it is because there is boxes piled up in front of it, but it seems to be a way other than the door. As Marion, you were heading to the phone.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll dial the Goodyear estate.
Okay, so basically the operator clicks on.
Yep.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to call the Goodyear estate.
Wait a second.
Thank you.
You were born in the wrong century.
As you hear, I was born not in this century.
Should have been born in the 1800s. You would have been an operator at the time.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
See? Remember what I said?
As you hear a variety of clicks on the line, and then a ringing, and then goes on for a couple of rings, and then an answer. There's a woman's voice that comes over the line. Hello. Goodyear Estate.
Yes, this is Marion Collins. I'm trying...
Oh, hi, Marion.
Hi! I'm trying to find out who... Do I recognize which... Yes, which staff member?
This would be Delilah.
This is Delilah? Okay.
Yes, because I have certain names and it'll always be named.
Excellent. Hello, Delilah. It's good to reach you. I'm trying to find Althea. We were supposed to meet up, and she's not here. Is she still at the estate?
Yes, she arrived with Mr. Golding and Mr. Wilsonbottom a while ago. Let me just double check to see if they have left. Just if you wouldn't mind waiting.
Certainly,
and
thank
she just
you.
lays the phone down.
Yep.
You're assuming, and it takes a couple of minutes, which is the couple of minutes it takes for Agatha to find that dumbwaiter, just so everything is synced up properly.
Nice.
And then Delilah comes back and forth. Yes, apparently Frank said that he saw the Ms. Goodyear and Mr. Golding and Mr. Wilsonbottom head toward her father's study.
Oh.
And then they haven't came out in the last while.
Well, thanks for letting me know, Delilah.
Did you want me to go send somebody to get her from the study?
Well, if they're not busy, if they're...
Okay, if you wouldn't mind holding on a second.
Certainly, yeah.
As she puts the phone down again, you can hear the footsteps just going off.
We just sent a couple of staff to their deaths.
Agatha, what would you like to do while Marion is waiting?
I don't know what they're doing in the study. As far as I know,
Oh, I
they're
know.
talking about stuff.
I'm gonna make a note that I have seen this thing, and I'm gonna go back to Marion and just say, I think I might have found a way, maybe into their storage area, without being seen.
Althea hasn't even left yet.
Oh, that's not good.
What was she doing?
Oh, I don't know. She was with Simon. Anything could happen with Simon, to be honest here.
Anything could definitely happen with Simon.
Anything could happen with Althea.
Well, that's also true. It's also very true. We don't have that much time, to be honest, because I think the event is tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to get stuff on ASAP.
We don't even have a plan. We were just going to find out who ordered these robes and if they have some sort of... Just find out what the organization is.
Well, okay, here's an idea. If Althea's not there, maybe pretend that she wants to place an order for something similar to the robes. Talked with the person, and maybe while you're doing that, I'm going to see if I can get down into their storage room.
Marion's just going to look slightly concerned, but then...
Then Delilah gets back on the phone.
You're aiding
just gonna
and
nod
abetting.
while I'm listening
You're
to
aiding
Delilah.
and abetting. You're okay if she does it, but if I do it...
Yeah. So
She's currently not carrying a gun.
the voice is a little bit more frantic. Ms. Collins.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I ran off to the study to see if she was available, and when I opened up the door, I don't quite know how to explain this, but there's a bookcase moved, and there's a staircase spiraling down into beneath the house. They're not in there. I think that's where they must have went.
Oh, dear.
Hopefully they were wearing two pants. No, this is the double pants.
Damn it, I forgot to close the door.
Yep. That's what I was like.
I hope you did. Hopefully this isn't a continuity error issue.
No, she left it up.
No, she
That's
left
why I'm
it
like,
up.
you're setting guard.
And I'm going to have to give my staff another raise.
Maybe for now, keep everybody out of the study, and
Yes, ma'am.
we'll be home as soon as we can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then click.
Hang up. Okay, so we might have a change of plans, or we might not. Althea and Simon and Skeets went down a secret passageway in her father's study?
I can believe that.
And then Loretta sort of walks up. Very good posture, very professional. Were you able to get a hold of... Were you able to get a hold of Miss Goodyear?
Yes, we have actually.
Oh.
She'd be very interested in actually placing. It's kind of a hectic order. She does kind of feel bad about that. There is an event that's going on, and it's kind of an odd request. So I don't know if you can be able.
We're
to complete
used to
it.
odd requests.
Have you recently received an order for the Silver Twilght Lodge?
Going right for it.
Yeah, she is too.
It's easier to say this than to try to describe what the robe is.
Psychology rolls.
Ah,
Yes.
For both of you.
It's not good.
44
Ooh,
out of
gross.
55.
94 out of 68.
Tick into psychology. So Marion, you don't see a difference, but Agatha, you realize that she seems to be. She shows a little bit of fear. It's like this scared. For a quick second, it can easily be missed. But bringing up the Silver Twilght Lodge made a fear response. But very quickly she composes herself and is like, yes, we've recently finished an order for the Silver Twilght Lodge. Are you familiar? Is Althea? I'm sorry. Is Ms. Goodyear? And she says it all like that.
Yeah.
Is Ms. Goodyear familiar with the lodge?
Well, it seems that she got a last-minute invite, and it was required of her to bring certain articles. We were given a list as to what we needed. And being such last minute, hence why we were here. And very unexpected.
Yes.
And we were told that this was the establishment familiar with the fabric and that you're fairly good with rush orders.
Persuade roll.
Damn it!
Or charm. Charm.
I was going to ask if we can roll it as charm. Because
charm would be a good.
Oh,
How about this?
Yeah.
Let's go with charm.
Okay.
But one of you gets to make the roll because you're doing it in unison, and whoever one gets chosen, so whoever has the best charm skill, gets a bonus die.
Ooh.
What do you have?
I have a 46 in
You
charm.
have way better than me.
So a charm roll with a bonus die.
Oh, gross. Those are both terrible.
Oh my God, Marion.
It's a 93 or a 73.
Damn it.
Dirty luck?
No.
So I'm not saying as get out of my store.
Yeah.
No, that's a weird voice for her. But she, she's like, we can do the. You say Miss Goodyear was invited to the Silver Twilght Lodge? That's I thought it was a men's only club. But regardless, we could fulfill any orders as something. So she
It's
needed a rope.
entirely possible that the invite was meant for meant for her father, and there was a mix-up. But we wanted to make sure that, just in case, we followed up.
Okay, I'm going to just quickly go back into the office. Office upstairs. It's just up through here. I'll only be a couple of minutes. I'm going to see. If we have the material, or even if we have some of these extra robes that we could just sell you.
That would be ideal.
What about the masks? She just outright says it. What about the masks? They were specially brought in from Germany.
I do believe we do require those. She does require that as well.
Okay, I'll check into that as well. And she goes up opens up the door, and you can see a stairway going down and a stairway going up. And she goes up.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to do while she's doing this?
Is there a drawer or anything that has receipts or any information that I could potentially peruse to see if there's any other information that we can get for the Silver
motherfuckers
Twilght?
think I'm sketchy.
Okay, so you go behind the counter.
Yep.
And I'm assuming Marion goes with you?
No, I'm going to follow Loretta.
You're going to follow her up the stairs?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So, Marion, you follow up. Agatha, you're alone. Everyone is alone.
This is the worst that
As
we've
you
ever done
go
this.
as you go behind the counter and you start pulling on some drawers, and you do see there's a drawer with different receipts, and there's a couple of books, like accounting books and stuff
Right.
like that are in there.
Okay.
And you were looking for specifically, I'm assuming, Silver Twilght Lodge.
Silver Twilght Lodge, and if there is a specific name on the receipt of the person representing Silver Twilght Lodge who made the order.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm just going to say it's an issue of time. So as you're just scanning through the receipts and you're opening up the books, trying to find anything to do with Silver Twilght Lodge.
Okay.
In order to make it, I was thinking accounting, unless there's another skill you can think of that would help you.
Credit rating? No, probably not.
Now you. I mean, I just don't want to fall back on spot hidden. I mean, I just want to see how
Library use?
library use actually would be a
Yep.
good use for this.
Like I said, library use is
would be
important.
Oh, 11% out of 31.
My
Tick in
dude!
library use. As Marion, you head up the stairs. Marion, you follow Loretta
Yeah.
up the stairs, and you get up there, and it just sort of opens up into like there's a, as you get to the top of the stairs, there's a door frame, but there's no door in it, and it seems to lead into an office, and there's like 2 or 3 desks there, and as you look down the hall, you can see. Well, you just see a couple of doors closed. Like there's a double door further down the hall, and just maybe halfway between that, there's another door, but they're closed. But there's glass. You know what I mean? The little glass window that are in the doors, but they're closed. And she goes in and she sits on a chair, and she seems to be rifling through some paperwork quickly. I'm assuming you're not being stealthy. You're just sort of.
But I'm still being quiet.
You're still being quiet.
Yeah.
Make me a stealth roll, just because.
Because
56 out of 47.
Okay, yeah. Just give me 1 second here, just to see if she notices you. I know you're not like sneaking up on her. Yeah, so she does seem to look over her shoulder as she's going through the papers. She's like, oh.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure you didn't need anything while.
Oh no, have a seat. Have
Of
a
course,
seat.
yeah. So,
Oh, that's not good.
What do you get? What?
I'm sketchy about people being nice.
You should be.
Yeah. Yeah, have a seat.
Of course.
And you're sitting down, and she's sort of just quickly going through a pile of paperwork. And she's like, actually, if you wouldn't mind, if you can come with me, we'll just go down. Because she seems to not find what she's looking for. But she says, there's double doors at the end of the hall. Just come with me. That's where we have a lot of our excess storage.
Oh, okay.
And downstairs is where we have a lot of our shipments in and out and stuff like
yes.
that. But if we have any spares or extras, I don't know why. Well, we might. It would be down there. And she gets up and starts walking down that hallway.
Okay.
Do you follow her?
Yep.
Fair enough. As you get down to I'll come back to Agatha in a second. As you get down to the double doors, and they're not like they're swing doors, so she just pushes them open, right? And and you walk on in, and there just seems to be a pile of clothing racks, and just pile of clothes everywhere. And she's like, okay, well, while we're looking, I'll start with this rack, and if you wouldn't mind starting on that side, and we'll just split up and just go through, and
Sure.
if you can see the things in question, by all means, as you start. Can you roll me a luck roll, Marion?
Yep. Gross. 69 out of 49.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough.
While we're looking, can I roll a listen check to make sure that I can keep... so I'm going to try and keep an ear out that she's still in the room.
Oh, fair enough. Roll a listen check.
Didn't get that one either. 73 out of 40.
Okay.
This
fair
is
enough.
terrible.
You just got some bad luck, Marion. You
nah,
just got
dice
some bad
don't
luck
like
with
me.
dice rolls.
They want us to die this day.
So you're going through the clothes. I have to roll a check for Loretta. I'm not saying what kind of check it is, but she's rolling a check. As you're scanning around up there. But now we're going to go back to Agatha.
Okay.
Agatha,
Yes.
you find a piece of paper
Yay.
of the order form
Yep.
that was taken. Apparently, it was brought in, maybe, or there was. You're not sure, but it's signed off on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Just give me 1 second here. And it seems that the signature on the bottom of this order, and it's an order for like 30. It's only the robes on it. You don't see any masks on it.
Okay.
Because you figure maybe that's because it's some kind of, it was brought in from Germany and Chafe & Sons was used as the distribution to bring it in, so they didn't make it. But the order was for 40 robes. Okay, sorry. I don't know if I'm going to make it 40. Even if I said a different number. There was 40 robes. And it's signed, and it takes you a second to read it because it's somebody's signature. They didn't print out their name.
Yeah.
But you realize that it was signed by somebody by the name of Michael Thomas.
Hi.
Signed by a Michael Thomas, which is a name you've heard before.
Yes, it is.
Reverend Michael Thomas of the Church of Contemplation.
Does the
Could just be coincidence.
Yeah, I was going to say, does the signature say Reverend, or does it just say Michael Thomas?
It just says Michael Thomas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It just says Michael Thomas.
And as you sit there contemplating the signature.
Shut up.
When was the order made? I'm not there. Fuck.
Yes.
So it's,
Yes. But I would have looked for when was the order made.
the order was put in around 11 or 12 days ago.
Fuck! Okay.
I thought you were gonna say like the order was put in 1917.
Okay.
No, the order was put in around 11 days ago, maybe
We're
12.
fucked.
Okay.
Wait, how long ago has it been since
You're
we've
not there. Fuck! You can talk about it with him. I understand.
Is there
You are
any,
currently dying in an alley.
Are there any other information, like contact information, like a telephone number?
No.
No, there isn't.
There
Okay.
isn't. No, it's Silver Twilght Lodge.
Okay.
The address of the Silver Twilght Lodge is on it, and it seems to be signed for by a Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna just close all the drawers, make it kind of look like I didn't really go through there or anything like that. And I would like to go to the doorway where Marion went upstairs, right? You went upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to take a peek down the stairs.
Okay, are you going to head down the stairs? Because basically the stairs go down, and then they go down maybe around 20 feet or so,
Okay.
and then the ceiling goes down with it, and then there's a doorway in the bottom, but it's not a door. It literally is just the doorway.
Oh, okay.
But because of the angle, you can just see the floor in front of it, because you need to get down from perspective to see across.
I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Are you being stealthy? Or are you just trudging down the stairs?
I'm not gonna be
You
like
do-
thump 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 thump, but I'm gonna just
roll me a stealth check.
Yeah, okay, fine. 61 out of 40.
Well, I mean, you're being as quiet. You think you're not
that's
making
right.
any noise. As you head down the stairs and you look through the door, and it opens up into almost like a warehousing area. You can see a big back bay door, like a garage door. And there's boxes and crates here. Piled up crates from all over the world. Which you find a little bit interesting considering it is a clothing store. But there seems to be a fair amount of merchandise. Yeah, that's how I'll put it. Merchandise that goes back and forth through
This whole place is a front.
this whole
thinking.
place. I need you to roll me a spot hidden.
Oh, good. 17 out of 66.
Okay, you've already got a tick in spot
I
hidden.
do.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do notice a crate around maybe 4 feet by 4 feet. It's almost like just a cube, and it seems to be slightly pried open. So it's on the top is on a little bit of slant, like the nail, like it was popped open. Off to the side, and in big black letters painted on it is Silver Twilght Lodge.
Okay. I'm gonna look in the box
Okay,
I'm gonna look in the crate.
So you go over
Yep.
and you look inside the crate, and what you see is like a porcelain mask. It's like a full face mask with the eye holes open, and it's weird the way it is. It's not like completely flat around, like rounded. It's like contoured, so it would almost fit a face, but it still doesn't look like really exact of a human. You know what I mean? Like it's mostly a clear, not clear, but it's mostly a smooth, just porcelain mask with the eye hose open. There is no like mouth hole open. It's just more contoured in.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yeah, and you can see that there was rows of these in here, but almost half of them are gone. You would assume around 2025. Were taken out, and there's still a pile in here. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to Marion, who's upstairs. And a couple of minutes goes by as you're hunting around until you hear Loretta go, I found it.
Oh, excellent.
As you both walk around to the center. And she has, now the one thing you do notice is there's a layer of dust. Like there's she's holding up a hanger, and it has like a protector over it, and there's dust on the protector. She's like, yeah, this is apparently for the silver. I think this is it, but this has been here a long time, a lot longer than the order they just did. Maybe this isn't the first order they've done. I'm not entirely sure.
Is it a similar design?
Well, she opens it up. You know, there's a zipper, and she pulls down the zipper, and it's sort of still connected at the bottom, so it's not like she's taking it out of it.
It's a garment bag.
Yeah, and she's sort of, I just couldn't think of what it was called.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a garment bag. As she opens it up a little bit, and you can see like the navy blue robes, and you also are one of the ones who looked over the fence and looked inside, and it's like, yeah, it's
okay.
It's pretty, yeah. It's what you're looking for. But she said I could only find one.
You know what? I think this will be great.
Okay.
I think this is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Let's head downstairs.
Okay. You start heading downstairs, and I'm just going to move away from you because I want to finish off this game with something to do with Althea.
Okay.
Right? I have a couple of minutes. I'm going to make use of this because I just certain thing. So, Althea.
Yes.
As you come around the corner, you do recall that it was dark down here. You had to go back and get a lantern last time.
Yep.
But you do see a little bit of light. And apparently, as you come around that corner, there's that gate with the bars and the door. You see in front of that is Skeet and Simon has a little hand flashlight, just like Marion has. Because only Simon and Marion gets to have one.
Fucking New England Center of Antiquities and their fancy shit.
And his isn't flickering either. You don't see it flickering.
All right.
And he's just shining it, and he just looks back at you, and he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
You expect me to be able to answer that
You
question?
got people living, like mole people living beneath your house?
Listen,
Oh my God.
it's a big house.
The
I
name
don't know what to
sounded
tell you.
familiar, too.
I know, it sounded really familiar.
By the way, we're going to have to go through here. Anyway.
Do we?
Well, unless you want to go out there and face Mr. Antlerface.
I don't
His
know.
antlers on his face.
I don't really want to do either.
Well, okay.
All
Well,
right.
we're going through here.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Okay.
Just
Okay. So basically, as he opens up the door, and there's this slight creak of the gate. It's not like super squeaky, but there's that slight creak. You also notice there is this ooze-like substance along the walls, which you're quite familiar with. Like this slime that's sort of on the walls, but it's not on the iron gate. Okay. And stepping inside, you also see that around 3-foot wide hole. Like there was this culvert at the end, and there was this 3-foot wide hole in the center. It's similar to a sewer where you got your walkways along the side. And Simon and Skeet immediately just start walking.
Okay, well,
Deeper into the
I'm not
catacombs.
staying behind. I'm gonna follow up their rear, I guess.
Okay. As you Can you roll me a willpower roll, please?
Okay. 78 out of 80.
Ooh, close.
Just barely.
Okay. That feeling of disorientation you had before, you don't really have it. You don't feel like you're lost, but you seem to be walking along for a long period of time, making turns. Simon is in the lead, and he's just sort of turning randomly down certain, like there's so many, it's just like all these constant intersections, like four-way. And you're just going along, and it feels like for 10, 15 minutes of just going along, and nobody is saying anything, and it's really silent.
Okay.
And as he pans, like you're at an intersection, he sort of stops for a second, and he pans and shines the light down the three options. He starts to go the right path, but I need you to make me a spot hidden.
Okay. 52 out of 72.
Put a taken spot hidden if you don't
I
know
already
yet.
have one.
But when he panned the left way, you saw that it went in maybe around 15 or 20 feet and then opened up into one of the square entrances. Very similar to the one you were in before. There was all these constant things. But you see what almost looks like you think a body lying on the ground that it doesn't seem that Simon had noticed when he scanned across.
Simon,
Yeah. Why are we whispering?
I think I saw something on the floor. And I point in the direction.
Okay, so he shines back. I need you to roll me a sanity check.
Well, that makes sense, I suppose.
Once I explain what you just saw.
72 out of 64.
Roll me a D3.
1.
Take one more sandy loss. As it scans, and basically, the first thing you notice is, even though they all look the same, something in you tells you that was the room that I was in last time. That's the room where I almost died.
Okay.
You know that as you see what appears to be a figure, like a body, lying on the ground.
Please.
And all I can tell you is it just looks exactly like you.
I knew you were going to say that.
What the fuck?
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Call. The next episode will air Tuesday, April 19th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, awaiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi. Music and ambient track licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM or Keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.